start with Aaron Portzline. Go ahead, Aaron.
Thanks, Glenn. Hey, Brad, this was kind of a strange game where you guys generated some shots and some scoring chances. Was Forsberg that good, or would you have liked to have seen a better approach for you guys with the puck?
Well, he certainly made some saves. We had some looks and a couple breakaways and didn't cash in there. And, we didn't, obviously, I didn't feel like we got enough traffic in front of him, but, I thought it was a fairly even game in that sense where they had their looks and we had our looks and, they got that extra one.
Do you see a drop off from your guys, Brad, when you're playing a team like Pittsburgh, where you're getting up for, or Carolina? I guess Florida's not a great example, but when you're playing a team that maybe doesn't have the elite status as the other, do you play down a bit? Do you not get up for some games as much as you do others?
No, we talked to her blue in the face about this opponent today, and their record is not. They're a better team than their record. They went through a real tough stretch early on. There was a lot of discussion with that. This certainly wasn't a total team. It was a fairly even game. I was hoping to have more energy, and there's some key guys here that weren't given enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have active sticks, I guess you might say, but there looked like some plays that were busted up, maybe some passes that didn't get through from you guys, especially in the first period. Was that just something they were doing, or so you guys weren't quite sharp enough with the puck in your decisions?
Oh, I'll have to go over the video on that. We were first period. I think chances were 10-6 or something. We were fine there. We had lots of opportunities there early on.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay, we'll go to Mark Shag. Go ahead, Mark.
Thanks, Glenn and Brad. Even later in the game, you really didn't give Ottawa a whole lot. So it seemed like that there's some positives that you can take from a performance despite the result, right?
Yeah, it was a fairly even game. It wasn't like we're chasing the game, or it was a little bit lifeless for me. And I was hoping to have more energy tonight from our group. And we didn't have the extra gas. I thought the Pittsburgh game, you could feel it in the building, the Pittsburgh game, there's always energy in those games. Obviously, it's a different feel coming in tonight's game. We needed more energy, and we didn't have that. But like I said, it was an even game. They found a way to get the second one there, and, it was a blown coverage by us in neutral zone, just a silly read there. But I was frustrated because I thought there could have been an interference call there. But again, you could have called both, I guess, for grabbing on. They certainly weren't the reason we lost, but that ends up being the difference. They ended up scoring the goal, and we didn't get the next one.
When you were looking for energy, Brad, was there any thought of maybe trying to switch up the lines during the game, trying to look for a spark?
No, it wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't like there was a bunch of guys not going. It just was everybody was kind of on the same page, and it would kind of go in spurts for me. I thought, Roslovic's line would give us some good energy there, and had a couple of good shifts, and then Corrali's line, and so it wasn't a matter of 3 or 4 guys or 5 guys that weren't going. It was I certainly want some more from some of the key guys, but I guess the short answer is no. I didn't. I wanted to let them fight through that here.
My last one for you, you're kind of speaking of the key guys. I think until the end of the game, both Bjorkstrand and Laine didn't have any shots. Is that a little bit of an emphasis? You want to see more shooting from, especially those two?
I want to see more shooting from our team. That's the one thing we talked about for the second period, is playing more direct, funneling pucks. We have 2 plays at the beginning of the third period. We get right down to the goal mouth there, and we don't even get a chance. We're trying to tic-tac-toe it in, and we're not there right now. That's not how we're going to score goals. We needed to generate more shots when those opportunities came and try and get something ugly, and we didn't do it.
All right, thank you, Brad.
Okay, we'll go to Dave Menzel. Go ahead, Dave.
Brad, again, one guy who was definitely trying to do that was Vladislav Gavrikov. I think he had 8 total attempts and 4 on net. Just wonder if you could comment on his offensive game and his overall energy and his return to that.
Well, he's important to our group, and it's a little scary when he's leading the charge in that. We should have other guys that are in that discussion, but he had an impact on the game, a positive impact, and certainly a guy that we welcome back.
Is that something you wouldn't mind seeing out of him? I mean, I know that Zach and Boquist are the guys who are considered to be more offensive defensemen, but would you mind seeing a little more of that out of 44?
him to play to his strengths first, and if that becomes part of it, or there's opportunities within the game, then absolutely take it. But don't get out of your comfort zone. Do what you do well. He does a lot of things really well for us on the defensive side. You know, he's getting points. He's getting, I don't know how many assists, but last time I checked, he was around 15, I believe, and so he's a guy that quietly goes about his business. But you know, his strengths are how heavy he is, how hard he plays, blocking shots, heavy and stopping plays behind our zone, and he's got good legs. He can get up and down the ice. So if there's opportunity to take it, then take it.
Thanks, Brad.
All right, that's all the questions we have.